Hey, bro.
Hey, what's happening?
How are you, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm gonna go set up in my room,
That's all good.
and I've got the laptop.
Boy, how
So
good did Derek look?
yeah, hey,
Derek Lunsford, like he delivered.
he looked fucked.
Yo,
Like he just made a whole bunch of grown men shit their posing trunks.
without a doubt, without a doubt. I did not
That
expect him to like pull through that way like he did. I was blown away. Everything from I thought at the top he seemed a bit soft like in the chest, but outside of that, like he was peeled. Like all back
his
shots, everything.
his front relax. I don't know anyone that can beat
Yeah,
that. That front relax when he come out and hit that just set the tone, and the commentators are like, "Holy shit!" The
yeah.
crowd is going nuts. So yeah, I don't. But back shots, I holy fuck,
I
he's
know.
gonna hold his own. He's gonna hold his own next to every single person there.
Yeah,
But you're right. When he came back to the front, with that, he hit that side chest, and
yeah,
he had some striations in the chest. But then he then he went back to the front and he hit the most muscular and everything, and his
yeah.
abs were gone and his chest was gone. So I don't know if he flattens out super quick or what the issue is there, but that's the same thing that was happening in 212 is he'd lose his chest.
Yeah. It'll
Yeah,
be
so
interesting to see how he translate it when they do start doing the comparisons. But from the back, I don't. It's going to be interesting. Definitely, I can see a first call out for sure.
from the back, he's top three.
Yeah,
His back was absolutely fucking stupid.
because even
Stupid.
even
Couldn't
with
believe it.
like Andrew Jack, like he looked good from the front, but to me he still had soft hamstrings. Like I didn't see the follow through in the hamstring, so I don't think he's going to place as high as he was trying to boast in the conference.
Yeah, I just walked around and seen that it was on, so I just caught Andrew Jack walking off. So I only seen
Oh,
him
you
from the
just
front, and it was pretty impressive. But you're right, I didn't see the back, so no idea. But
yeah.
James Hollingshead was off,
Yeah. I think,
which is
but
a
if
shame.
people are saying they reckon he might start to come in as the more he starts to pose, because I noticed that it started a little bit, but we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, the thing is, he it didn't look like what we got there.
Oh, I just bring it up. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Do I need to have my phone on the side? Do I do that?
Um,
I'll
well,
tell you what, who looks fucking good? Sean Clarita.
yeah, I know he looked insane. I'm so happy to see him win
He
again. He looked great, and I was
was
surprised
saying, here we
Kamal came
go.
third.
Yeah, I had him for. I had it between him and Sean.
Yeah, so did I.
It's thick
Ian's
as
looking
fuck.
good. He's definitely
He's
put
so
that
fucking
size on.
thick. Jesus Christ.
I want to see him place higher than seventh.
His hammy's hanging down there. I've got a little bit of lag on you from my laptop.
Oh, a little bit lag.
I got a little bit of lag there, but that's all right. He's just hit his lat spread now on mine. Looks good. He'll get harder. See, like he's only 1% off. Where
Yeah,
James doesn't need to just get harder with posing.
he
He
needs to
needs
get
to
leaner.
he needs to lose 5 pounds of fat.
Fuck, he looks good. That was a good shot. That most muscular.
He's just so fucking dense, bro. And this is the thing with Ian. He's 33 now. He's
Yeah,
just hitting
in
his
that prime.
like naturally he has a dense and grainy look, but now he's hitting an age where he'll get denser and harder. So how good he's going to look in another next year, every year from here, he's going to keep getting better. Here comes Nick, the
Isn't
fridge.
it?
Let's see. Oh, what happened to my screen?
Yeah, mine just did that too. It glitched out.
Motherfuckers. Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, there was never
Hey,
going to be
Jaiden.
conditioning. Who else is here?
Jaiden, and then hopefully Luke will be joining.
How do I change it to
Oh,
see
it's
everyone?
in view. There's like a view thing, and you can go gallery.
Have I done that? Oh, there we go. Right up.
On the
There's
shit.
guns. Oh, how do I change view? Do I swipe up or down or what?
There should be a button, and there should be like a gallery thing.
Yeah, top right corner. It'll say view and hit gallery, not speaker.
What the fuck?
Unless that's on your phone. I have no idea where it is.
I'm on my phone because I got the laptop going. Wait up.
I think if you swipe right, maybe.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hey man.
Yeah.
We good. We good. Yeah, Nick's looking fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still
Jake,
can't
we're we're just talking about how good Derek looked.
Yeah, I saw like just other people's story, like put a video of him up, and yeah, he looks pretty fucking wacky, bro.
He looks insane, especially from the back, peeled everything. The only thing was his chest seemed a bit flat near the end of the posing routine.
Can you full screen it on yours?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We
Oh yeah, fuck
he
this.
didn't lose any legs, not having to cut all the way down to 212.
Yeah, yeah. He said
His legs were fucking massive.
in the conference. He said he was like what 230.
It's a good looking too. Well, this is the thing too. Like everyone's like, oh, because of his height, you know, Nick's got X amount of pounds on him. But how many pounds is just in his midsection compared to Derek's? Like Derek's midsection's tiny.
Yeah, that's very true. It's fucking.
You know, there's
tiny.
10 or 15 pounds of rib cage and fucking just density. You know, so
Yeah.
the rest of him is going to match up with anyone.
Fucking.
Can you guys see the video and see like us in the chat or just the video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could just fuck.
Yeah,
Don't ask me for another option. I got the computer here. I only just figured it out.
We've got I've got you guys on the side, Jake.
Oh, mine's you guys aren't coming up on my thing. What the fuck?
Are you recording this already?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking beautiful. That's good. That's good. What's been happening, Jaiden?
Oh, not a lot, man. Just fucking trying to get a fucking prep started. We're rolling now though, so it's all right. But yeah, fucking had just a few weeks of shit, like minor injury, and then so that took like a few weeks to bounce back from, and then fucking gastro, and then so I've been like fucking I've been a bit shit since about 22 weeks out or so. It's been a bit fucking rocky, but seems like everything's in the clear now. So prep's actually fucking going ahead.
At least it happened at 22 weeks out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, at least this is happening here because you're just in that like maintenance phase where you're like, you're not on the gas and you're just like you're sort of training and eating slower and yeah. So it's just in a boring maintenance phase, but everything's like stepped up now. So, yeah, it's rolling well.
That's good, man. Will you make it under 102? Or are you going to be over?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Last prep, I was really lean when I started, but I only lost 3 kilos from start to finish. And this prep,
Oh, there we go.
yeah, and I did that again in 2020, for the Arnold's then. Like I started at fucking 99 and 3 days out I was 97. So I don't really know how much I'm going to lose, but I do have a bit more body fat on me this time, but it's still not much. Like it's coming off because like we just kicked everything back up again. So body fat's coming down, but my weight keeps going up. So I don't know. I'm sitting at 109 fasted now, and I've never lost 7 kilos over a prep before. That's like a lot. So I'll have to see if I'll see what Justin thinks as well, and if he wants to try and creep under, then fine. But it's like what you were saying, like what we were talking about at this year's shows. Like you just want to bring your best look, like no matter what weight that is.
But here's the thing: is we don't always have to win. That's the thing. Like if you come in the smallest in a weight class because it's your best look, you're still proud of what you achieved.
100%, man. Like I have a much better chance at fucking doing well anyway if I come in big, round, and full, rather than going too stringy and flat to suck down. Because if I go flat, I look like fucking rubbish because I'm just taller. and lankier.
Like, very few people can pull off that look where flat actually stays crispy and
Yeah,
stays. You know.
yeah, like fucking
And look,
Cam.
the only time you can do it, that actually sort of cements the point I was just going to make. The only people that can pull off that look have no fat left. They're
Yeah,
peeled to the fucking scrotum. You know, there's nothing on them. And then if they're a bit flat, it doesn't matter because there's literally nothing left but skin anyway.
yeah,
But everybody else, there's still a little bit that you could have pulled off. You're better off being full, man.
yeah. That's right. Yeah. I've always like once I go flat, I start to look way less detailed, and my cuts all like just disappear. Like I have a lot of detail and cuts, but once I get flat, they just disappear, man. So that that hurt me at nationals this year, and I don't want to do that again. Like I don't want to try and scrape under if it's not going to be easy.
Well, there's also
Look,
like
I've done the great under thing. It's not worth it.
No, no.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, you don't want to bring a package and be disappointed because you're just trying to make a weight limit. Like, you're just going to end up disappointing yourself and wasting really a prep where you could have brought something that was better than the package you brought before.
Yeah, it's right. I was saying, Sam, to fucking these guys last week, we were talking about it, and I was like, if I fucking say best case scenario, I scrape under, I am a bit flat and a bit stringy on stage, but somehow I win the heavyweights with that. I'm then gonna have to go against the fucking super heavyweights anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to reverse the fucking overalls no matter what. Like,
And,
you know,
and look, and then you flat with no detail, standing next to someone detailed out of their mind, a weight class below you, isn't going to work either.
yeah, that's right. And like, there's no point. If I'm not good enough to beat the fucking like, if I can't beat the super heavyweight guy when I'm at my best look and fullest, I'm definitely not going to beat him when I'm fucking sucked down and flat.
100%. And that's the other thing too, is like when we don't place well, we look for any excuse. So if you suck down and don't deliver your best look, you get a fifth. You'll be like, fuck, it wasn't worth it. That was shit. But if you go in looking your absolute best and get a fifth in a weight class above it because you get beaten before better bodybuilders, you're all of a sudden not depressed by your placing. You're like, look how good I looked. Like, I delivered the best I was capable of.
Yeah, and you're like, I know what I need to do now. So you're like, you just do that again, and time will just get you the placing that you need.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You get there. This is the world's slowest fucking adrenaline sport.
Literally.
Oh, I'll be there in 3 years.
But we stay hyped for it. We stay hyped in our minds for like 3 years, man. 3 years. And we fucking hold on to that.
3 years. I'll be fat for 6 months and I'll be slow because I'm full and shit. And then I'll be fucking dieted down and slow because I'm starving for 6 months. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking insane.
Oh man. So you're fucking heavy now as well, aren't you? So you're gonna be what? You'll be like middle of under the 90s, you reckon?
I reckon anywhere from 83 to 85. Yeah, we'll see. Like at the moment, at the same skin folds as last prep, I'm 4 kilos heavier this time.
Yeah, I saw that. That story.
Fucking mental. But we want to get slightly better conditioning. So
I didn't think you'd fucking be more conditioned than what you were last time. Fuck me.
I think it's more just sitting at that low body fat for longer. That's all. So we were literally had the foot flat to the floor all the way till show day, because we weren't there. Where this time, if we do the same thing, but we make it there at 6 weeks out, and then you can just put food back in and just live at that body fat percentage for 5 more weeks, and then do a peak week, I think it'll be a lot better. It'll give that more tight look.
Yeah, you get harder when you do that, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly.
More grainy too.
More grainy,
yeah. The body fat, the skin folds this week was 48, which is what we were at 11 weeks out last comp. And now we're 17 weeks out. So if we go, look, let's just diet now anyway, as if we're 12 weeks out. And then if we're there 6 weeks in advance, have some food, back off the cardio, and don't gain any, because even if you put it back up to 3,000 calories, you're still in a deficit. It's just
that's right. Yeah,
but it's so you'll still lose fat, but you'll just slow it right down because your body will be churning through all that food.
You can actually the food a bit better as well.
Yeah, so that's the goal, is to be there, to be basically peak week ready at fucking 4 to 6 weeks out, and just let the body tighten up and use the food, and then and then whatever the weight will be, but we'll most likely be, yeah, but anywhere from 83 to 85. But I've always predicted at 80, be at 85 on stage. I think I can win an overall.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So,
Fuck that. Well, you won
Absolutely.
nationals like fucking this season.
Yeah.
There's a good chance of an overall for sure.
Hunter
Because of my
actually looks
height.
peeled.
Hunter looks peeled, man.
Actually,
Yeah.
he looks peeled.
he looks fucking massive.
I I should have done the same thing, Sam, this year, as what you were just talking about there, because by like no fault of our own, I was ready to like step on stage at 6 weeks out. I could have gone on stage then. We just so lean too early, but then we kept pushing down. And for someone like myself, we're just like it just overdieted, and that started to go backwards. If we put the food up there, I would have been fucking perfect. But yeah,
I think that's like
just the mentality too. You're like, look how peeled I'm going to get fucking inside out. And it becomes a contest of the ego, and you just want to keep going and show everyone how lean you can get, and like it's awesome. But I mean, you've seen Roman do it.
Yeah.
Roman Fritz, you saw what he did. Like,
yeah,
he was the most good guy on earth, but it just didn't work. And then he come in 20 pounds heavier for the next shows. He looked insane, and he was the same condition.
Yeah, he looked way better. Yeah,
it was the same condition.
I think it's going to be a much different approach for myself this time. Like working with Justin is going to be. I think he's going to keep me big, like heavier for longer. I think he's going to really wait to diet me because my food's just been going up and up each week. I'm fucking close to my peak off-season food still. So I think he's going to keep me like bigger for longer and then just pull it down sort of like when we need. Maybe just he wants to keep, because like I'm in a state right now where like I can easily keep growing. So I think he just probably wants to utilize that for as long as we can.
Yeah, exactly. Look at Big Z over there.
There, mates.
How you going, Luke?
Finally got on. Yeah, good. A little bit tired. I've been driving all day, but good.
Yeah, I bet. Fuck
You're in the middle of your move.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, this is the first
dedication course.
Oh, no, how's this guy?
I love it.
Yeah, I think we're about an hour and a half outside of Newcastle, something like that.
You're stopping in Newcastle, aren't you?
What's that?
Aren't you stopping in Newcastle?
Yeah. So not too far off the first stop, but it's been good. Me and George have swapped every kind of 2 hours, 3 hours. So
that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, so we both kept pretty fresh. So she's literally just out walking around. We just stopped, so she's just stretching her legs a bit, and I'm just chilling. So
where you actually like heading to?
Tasmania. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, we're heading down to live in Hobart.
How long?
Yeah, definitely at this point.
Oh, that's all right. Something new.
Yeah.
Change it up. Why not?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you just fly out for the shows.
Yeah. So
No cousins down there?
What's that?
No cousins down there?
No.
Tasmania?
Oh god, no, absolutely not.
That's good.
So
you're right.
we're doing all right. So we'll fly up. I'll still do both Queensland shows, which will be good. So I'll be able to still compete with you boys. But it'll just mean
What about the Melbourne shows and that? Just doing a short trip.
It'd be easier, it'd be cheaper for you to fly up, stay with your mum for the Queensland ones, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon it would be. And plus, to be honest as well, it'll just be fun of competing with you guys as well. Melbourne, I won't really know too many people, so
yeah, bro.
You just compete with the boys.
Yeah, stand around, not knowing anyone, and like.
Well,
yeah.
And to be brutally honest, as far as like numbers wise, the Queensland shows are the most competitive ones.
Yeah.
As we know, so I'd rather go where the competition is, and everyone's going to end up there anyway. So
Yeah.
But it actually works really well though, because my nephew's due to be born on like the first week of April. So by the time I get there a week before I think it's the 15th the qualifiers on. So yeah, we get there like the 7th or 8th or something. That's going to be around that time anyway. So it's actually more viable for me to do that regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna have to fly to like you said, you're gonna have to fly to Brisbane anyway. So fuck flying to Melbourne, then flying up to Brisbane.
yeah, exactly. So just fly up start of the month, stay majority of the month, and then head home after the shows.
Yeah,
so make it easier that way. But yeah, as I said, it'll be a nice for me to visit anyway.
So we're all in this season, even Louis.
Yeah.
We're all in. Fucking hell.
Gonna be another stacked lineup, that's for sure.
It should be, yeah, because I think not everybody, but a large percentage from this season age is kind of all going to do it again. So that was a good lineup. But then there's a few people carrying on through, like Louis. Yeah. I don't know if Stan wants to as well.
I think Stan does.
I think Stan wants to, yeah.
It's to his card, so I'm pretty sure he wants to go again.
Yeah, so there you go. Like we might even have a couple of extras, so just to make it more fucked.
Yeah,
nice.
It was so competitive. Like that was one of the most competitive seasons I've ever seen. Was our season A.
It was, yeah. It was pretty damn tight all across the board. The girls, the guys, like every division was wild. So, and the conditioning was on as well.
Yeah, it was fucking perfect. Like I think, I was talking about it today. Like just the fucking lack in conditioning, like just across the board at this show, season B was. I don't know what happened.
Who knows? So it just could be a winter thing. Maybe everyone just sort of struggled with winter or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I also want to know how much of it was the stage lighting too, because the lighting at Zillmann wasn't the best.
I thought it was fine for us, man. Like in season A, it was fucking fine. I think everyone seemed a lot more peeled than these shows just been. There's only a few guys that were even on how they should be.
Yeah, we'll see how we go this time. Not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Dean didn't have many people in the show. That's probably why.
Literally.
Everybody's always inside out from Dean.
Yeah.
I had like all his competitors in season A. He had like 10.
Yeah, he had so many. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, shit. He had fucking heaps.
And I know he's got quite a few coming in because he's got Mike, and then I think Tom Stanley. I think that's his name. He's got another set of few boys coming in for season A. So
it wasn't even so much. He didn't even have like a lot. He just had like a lot of winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan had like 5 masters in this season B.
The masters gets the masters.
I know he's becoming the masters guy. I told him I'll go masters again this time. Just so you got one more, you old cunt.
Why not?
What's the age limit for that? Like, how old do you have to actually be?
40.
40?
So yeah, I could do masters, but I don't want it, man. I don't want to admit it yet.
Stay young as long as you can.
I gotta stay young.
That's the other thing we fucking forget about. We got Mike Debenham competing against us as well. That's that's great.
Yeah.
That's fun. He's like, yeah, my main focus is the Masters, but I'll do opens for fun too. And me and Luke are like, bro, you're gonna fucking win the opens. Like, what do you mean? You're fucking massive.
You got Mike Lucy as well.
Yeah, Halusi would be good, but Mike Debenham, Jake. So he's like the coordinator at the shows. He's so he's IFBB pro, but he renounced his pro card because he's not going to do a show, but he wants to do like just an amateur show. Yeah,
just for fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, but he's huge, bro. He's massive.
Kind of like Will, like watching Will do the Masters in season B and then going over and doing the under 80s and that. I didn't realize he only weighed that much.
Yeah, but
here's Samson.
Samson's looking good.
Ooh.
Did any of you watch the fucking press conference?
No.
I thought it was so staged. It felt so staged.
It was a bit whatever, but man, like I was actually fucking blown away by how big Andrew Jack actually was when he came out.
They all say that. They like when they see him in person, everyone's like, "Holy fuck, he's big."
Like, yes, Sam, you should have seen him, man. Like watch the press conference just for fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Just to watch it. Like they're all standing there. It was like Bonac, Derek, and Hunter are standing there. They bring out Andrew, and he just like not even in height, but just size overall, just
Well,
absolutely.
there's a photo of him next to Rami, and it's just like you can't really
Rami
tell
looks
who's
tiny,
bigger.
bro. No, bro.
They're
He
both
fucking
so tall.
makes Rami look narrow, man. It's fucked.
Yeah. But did you catch his individual thing? He I don't feel like he brought up his hamstrings didn't look shredded. It
Nah,
still
you can't
like
bring him up that quick, man. You can't bring him out that quick. Take another whole off season to develop him a bit more.
so I think that he's not going to place as high. Oh, here's Rami.
Samson actually looked good from behind. I wasn't expecting much. But he actually looked quite sharp.
Yeah, Rami's huge, bro.
It should mean they'll do the confirmations round next. Have them see the top 10 is.
Look how wide the cunt is. He's peeled.
Yeah, he's peeled.
Jesus.
I think Derek beats that front relaxed.
You can't. No one beats Derek's front relaxed.
That was stupid. That was comical.
The
It looked
waist,
like
it's
someone
the waist.
drew it. Like one of my kids fucking drew it.
Yeah. It looked like a comic book, eh?
Fucking hell. He synthesized up those arms. They've improved.
Yeah.
Way's got a good side leg.
Yeah. He knows he's fucking healed this year.
Remember that controversy around running quad last year? How it's all like bubbly on one side,
Yeah.
on the other.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. He's on. You're not going to beat that. Come on.
I don't know.
I don't reckon.
It's so hard when you see them by themselves to compare properly.
Yeah,
Just that side leg and side glute.
When you see them together, you'll be like, oh, yeah, fuck.
That side leg and side glute and that is just, that's fucking, no one's got that.
I missed that. Didn't see it come out. How to do it?
What was that, Luke?
How did Brooklyn come out?
We'll see if I can. Is that too bright?
No.
You'll look all right. There's another one that can't pose the lat spread. Like Nick Morgan, as I was saying, they hit it and they shrug up the shoulders are all right. You can hear us, Luke?
I can't. Hang on.
That's a bit better.
All right. What I was saying, Luke, was did you want to talk
any better?
Yeah, that's better.
Way better.
Did you want to talk about how you just started your vengeance coaching with Georgia? So how did that kind of come about? Was it something that you've been wanting to do for a while? Well, I think he froze.
He's frozen. Have a look at, get a screenshot of that shit.
Look at that shot. That's a mug shot.
I'm gonna get a screenshot of that.
Oh, get the photo of that. Handsome fella.
That'll do it.
He's blue stealing us. Oh, fucking
bro,
I'll blow my shorts off if I keep looking at this.
Man.
What about you, Jake? How's your training going?
Yeah, good. I've just started. I reckon Hardy. They're not going to move anybody yet. No, it's been good, thank you. I just finished my recomp, so got down to 79 kilos, and I just upped my food to try and find maintenance for a bit before a new building phase. And it's been interesting. I upped my food around 300 calories for this week, and the whole week I still lost weight. I ended up losing another kilo again this week, so now I'm just going to push straight to 3,000 calories and see what happens this coming week.
Awesome.
But yeah, I think I'm due for a deload. Huh?
Get fat.
Yeah. Well, I want to try not to get too fat. My body fat percentage was so high before the cut. I want to try and stick around that 15 to 19%. Because I think at the moment I did a scan and at the end of the recomp I was like 15%. So pretty happy about that.
My Bonac looks fucking good, man.
I did a scan yesterday. Apparently I'm 13.
Huh?
I did a scan yesterday. Apparently I'm 13%.
You're 13%.
I did a scan in peak off season. Apparently I was 11.5.
That doesn't sound right at all. I'm so close to you. That's impossible.
I did a scan. I've got like smart scales or whatever. Apparently I'm 28%.
20? No fucking way. There's no way.
Holy shit, you're part elephant.
I'm saying Hardy, Andrew, and I'm not impressed with Bonac. I think it's the
Yeah,
same.
same. He's not blowing my hair back.
I think his like side shots were really, really nice, but I think it was a little soft from the rear.
It looks like his back's lost a bit of width as well.
Mm.
Who's in this? Here's Nick. Where's Ian and Nick?
Yeah, Nick, Chriso.
Rizzo, Mr. fucking Marshmallow. Look at him.
Chris. Oh god.
Yeah, Nick's obviously gonna fucking dominate that. Look at the detail on him.
I reckon they'll take Nick and Ian out of this call out.
Ian looks good, man.
Yeah, the size is definitely has worked in his favor that he's put on.
He's put on some fucking size. Like he doesn't look.
Justin looks good.
He doesn't look smaller than Nick at all.
Justin looks good, man.
Is he middle or
Yeah?
Who's that?
Justin Rodriguez?
Oh yeah. Forget about it.
Akeem's looking thick as fucking ball, man. Akeem makes everyone else. Akeem makes Nick look small.
Akeem's huge, bro. Yeah,
he's like a bigger Sean. Just holds so much muscle.
Got a fucking horse leg on him.
Yeah, I was gonna say his legs from the rear are they're not normal. Jesus fucking Christ.
Man, you got to be good at those fucking quarter turns, hey, to come out, just do some quarter turns and then be judged off that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why they did the individual routine first this time instead of doing it the other way around. Just to get a better look and then to rush through this part.
Yeah, well, fucking people don't take it enough seriously, like in amateurs, man. Like,
yeah,
even you get plenty of people who just fucking rush through their quarter turns, like don't practice them and shit, and you're like, man, they're fucking their first impression of you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you got to master. You got to try and look as big as possible in them.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it's really important too, and something that I noticed, especially the Olympia, watching this the whole day is, I think even trying to, if you do have a little bit of an extended stomach or, watch your breathing, because sometimes you can breathe too much in between those transitions and your stomach can really just pop out a bit. So like trying to hold that in.
Keeping your abs on is, I don't see why it's so difficult, man.
It's because you're lazy throughout the whole year. If you don't keep them on throughout the whole year, just in everyday life, then it's hard. But
just because you don't have to be like squeezing, you've just got to just have them there on enough, and it's just enough to make it look like a flat stomach.
Like 20%. Yeah.
Yeah. If you that's it. You just leave them just held on, like no squeezing, no nothing, and that's enough. So yeah, it kind of blows me away how much people lose it. I lose my midsection setting up for my side chest.
Yeah,
and my side tricep. When I set up my side chest and side tricep, I get lazy in those two for some reason.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because you're so concentrated on getting your legs right, like your hamstring and glute, that you kind of lose concentration?
Yeah, maybe.
It is that's definitely what it is for me.
Yeah, you could be right. You could be onto something there. Because I've just noticed, I don't know. I think I'm doing a great job. Then I watched the video back and I'm like, it fell out there, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I need to get better with the side shots. Because I seem to leave it on really nice for the front, and then the back, who gives a fuck, just let it hang. If anything, when I let it out in the rear shot, it makes my waist look smaller from the rear.
Yeah.
Samson's looking good. Back, hams, glutes. I can't tell, but they could be maybe a bit tighter.
He's holding his own next to Rami.
Fucking oath he is, bro. Samson's waist is tiny.
I reckon Samson's Rami's just a bit thicker in the upper back, but the lower thickness and small waist gives it to Samson.
And look, but the thing is even Rami's quads from the rear just hang out the side.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's still a fucking mass is still very fucking important. He's just so much bigger than everyone else.
You know who actually looks alright? Blessing.
Yeah, that's what I said when he came out and did his fucking individual. Like, I was like, fuck, he's actually looking pretty good.
Impressed.
A lot better than I thought.
We're gonna get top 10 now, hopefully.
Well, that's the fucking problem with this show, man. Like, so many of these people are coming in and just like looking the best they ever have, and like even impressing all of us. But it's like they're still not going to place any well. There's just
Nah.
so it's just so
It's just
stacked.
too many. Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting. The top 10s might have got fucking. The top 10 predictions might have got thrown all out the spanner. Fucking shit.
I reckon, man.
How many people do we know here at the moment as well?
How many what?
How many people do we know here watching it right now?
Oh,
I've never known so many people in my life at the Olympia.
Literally,
like 30 people there. It's like, oh shit! Now I feel like we're meant to be going. Like we're not hardcore enough if we're not there to join in.
Yeah, that's right.
What's awesome to see that like Emily's been able to get a photography pass there, and she's taking all the shots of the day with Netflix, so that's really cool to see. And you got
they've been killing it, those girls. But we had Victoria got the win, Jade got the win, fucking who else?
Marlette did. She got the other.
Marlette got the win.
And what our fitness chick,
figure.
The fitness chick, that the Australian fitness girl that did season B, she got first too.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
There's 100.
I didn't even know that.
It's like 35 people here.
Look at them all, bro. What the fuck? Two sides of that shit.
You can't have that many big dudes in one area. Like somebody's farting, bro.
Yeah. Oh, this first
Samson, Rami, Derek, yeah.
It's a bunch of men that are over 250 pounds each.
Bro, no Hunter?
Nah, he looked a bit soft. He was definitely sharper.
I reckon Brandon was looking better than Hunter. Oh, sorry, I reckon Hunter was looking better than Brandon, though.
Really? I think Brandon's midsection.
Samson's first call out and Derek's first call out. Woo! Here we go.
That's good, man.
And Samson's better than Brandon there.
Yeah, fucking oath he is. Man, Hardy looks thick, bro.
Hardy's the densest bodybuilder on earth.
He's so dense.
He has more density than anybody else that competes.
I would love Hardy to win.
He's bigger too. Jesus.
He is, yeah. That's what I mean. I reckon Nick's gonna get pushed back, man.
Yeah.
Out of this group, yeah.
Rami looks soft from back. Maybe it's the live stream, but I don't reckon he looks as hard as some of the other guys from the rear.
He does downstairs though.
Yeah. It's just too big, bro.
I think Derek's glutes are the most peeled.
Oh, they always will be.
Brandon's is probably second.
Yeah, Brandon's. And Samson did well to get in condition too.
Well, me and Logan were looking at it, and he put up a rear lat spread about 2 weeks ago, and I went, fuck, his skin looks thick and rubbery. Like, I'm like, fuck, he's not going to make it.
Pulled it in.
Maybe he clowned us all and put up an old one.
Yeah, he might have, eh?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you kind of are, eh? Because you're only posting your updates on the close friends story.
I'll put everything into close friends.
Yeah, it's good.
And then, in 2 weeks' time, or 3 weeks' time, what I put into close friends, I'll whack up on the wall.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Genius. Confuse the competition.
Yeah, man. We'll just throw it out there. We'll just mess with people.
Oh, they're moving Derek to the middle. Are they?
He looks that good though, man.
You know what? I would not be surprised. I honestly, at the moment, my eyes are drawn to Hardy, Derek, Samson.
I've got Hardy winning.
I actually wouldn't be surprised at all if Hardy's going to take the whole thing.
I hope so much. He's literally my favorite.
I would make
he looks fucking massive.
He looks huge, bro. Yeah.
He's never looked that big before.
No, he's right. He's always looked a bit smaller than everyone else. Hey, he's always been super conditioned and real dense, but he's looked smaller. But now he looks fucking bigger than everyone.
He looks big. Shit.
And his waist, man, his waist is fucking barely bigger than Derek's.
They've put Samson next to Brandon, eh? Look at that. Boom.
Samson's beating Brandon.
Yeah.
Beating Brandon. Fuck.
It's funny. You almost kind of like your eyes don't even go to Rami, and I don't know if that's just because he's at push to the end.
I think it's the outside, to be honest, but he's making Nick look small.
He is, yeah.
Especially the lower half.
Look at him next to Nick, bro. That's fucked.
you get an idea how fucking big Rummy is, eh?
Yeah, man. He always looks great, but then you actually see him next to people and you're like, Jesus fuck, man. Like, how are you even humanly that big?
He's a house. But yeah, I'm the same. For me, it's Hardy.
Yeah.
Hardy, Samson, then Derek.
They're the three that are really standing out, eh?
100%.
Samson's big, bro.
I actually feel a bit bad for Hunter, eh?
Especially because
like he might, like you said, that they might push when on second call out. They might put Hunter in the middle and move Nick out.
Yeah. That's possible, yeah. Yeah, where do you reckon Nick's placing in this sort of lineup?
I reckon right now you've got Rummy, Hardy.
I've put him in 6.
Yeah. Yeah, he could be 6. I reckon it's between Curry and Nick, Brandon and Nick.
Yeah, it seems like it, eh? Like for 6th place, you mean?
Yeah, for 5th and 6th.
Yeah.
Because what's really interesting about this too is, I was really worried because a lot of people had Hardy winning. He was winning finals, but because he lost prejudging last year because he was too conditioned and not full enough. And then because he came in fuller, but now he's done the right combination and he's got the added size. That I think that's why he is.
Because someone's gonna fall off.
Rami looks like he's having the same issue, and I don't know if it's just because they're bigger, like Hunter and Derek, like just that they're missing that striation in the chest and the front poses.
Yeah.
Look at that hands class most muscular from Brandon though.
Yeah. It's hard to beat, man.
His shoulders, when he hits that, his shoulders look like extra heads.
Yeah.
Wait, so yeah, Bonac wasn't in the first call out either.
Nah. So I reckon there's been Andrew Jack, Bonac, Hunter, Ian. Yeah.
I mean, I would have liked to have seen Ian in that.
So would I, actually, yeah. Like,
because I think he's
well
improved next to Brandon.
Crizzo, eh? I reckon other people should have been in there before Crizzo.
Oh, good. Raphael's there. Yeah, I think Anton should have been in there, not Crizzo. Anton was peeled.
Anton did look good. Yeah. But I didn't have a look at Crizzo. I didn't watch him do the individual, so.
He does look leaner, but still just not enough. Bro, look at fucking Andrew Buck. Look at his...
He's a big motherfucker, eh?
Huge cunt. Ian's not even short. Like, none of these guys are overly short except Bonac.
Yeah.
See, I'd like to see...
He's wide.
I'd like to see Andrew next to Samson.
Yeah, honestly.
I'd like to see that.
I think Andrew is... Like, he's obviously a bit soft in the glutes, hams, but like...
Yeah, here you'll see.
But he's, like, in terms of width and just overall structure, he's the biggest guy on this whole stage.
Yeah.
I'm going to see. Is Steve Weinberger head judge?
It's fucking mental, bro.
Because I reckon he kept Rami out because he was winning easily.
Who?
Steve, the head judge.
Yeah. They do that, eh?
I reckon he left him out. That's why he was out to the side. I reckon they'll do like a top 4 or something. And then we're going to see. Even then, Rami, Hardy, Samson, and
Derek.
maybe even Derek.
Yeah.
Which will fuck up everybody's picks.
But top 10 do finals, hey?
Yeah.
So it's like first and second.
Doing? Yeah, you're right, yeah.
So these guys are going to fight. These guys are going to fight hard. These guys in the second call-outs now because someone's going to
have to get kicked out.
A couple of guys, I think it's 2 guys, will get kicked out of being in the finals. So they have to fucking fight it.
Hunter's got to figure out how to lose that film of water, man.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, yeah.
Yes, it's good. I like to see that.
I feel bad for Ian, man, because he's made mad improvements. I want him to do well, but there's just so many fucking good people.
Because you would have to say the only reason
here we go.
Look at Andrew, bro. Fuck off.
I think the only reason Ian's losing is because of structure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Can't do much about that. I have Ian over Bonac, though.
Yeah. Which will be nice because he needs that because of last year.
Yeah, Andrew's that big.
He's too big, bro.
He's that fucking big.
I don't get it, man. Like, you know, a lot of these guys are fucking, these are the top bodybuilders in the world, but there's so many guys that do some poses like really shit. And it's like, how are you that shit when you're like the best in the world? Why are you not fucking fixing that, you know? You have so many options. Like, go pose with Milos for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I can't figure out why posing's bad at a pro level.
Right? Exactly.
Like why are you not figuring out how to stand that best accentuates your physique?
Right. I understand if at our amateur shows, like there's a couple guys who, even the winners, who like do a few poses that could be better. But it's like when you're at that fucking level, why have you not put incredible amount of time into it?
But see, exactly. they were talking about this on Floyd's podcast, and you know, I agree with you guys, but I think that from like Floyd was trying to say, maybe from their point of view, is that you know they have been winning, they have been receiving goods, so they feel like, oh well, why do I need to change my posing, even though it's not at the best of what it's very obvious, but we're still being rewarded wins. So do we really need to change?
I mean,
we're all posing with each other too. Like even me and Lewis jumped in the room the other day, and you pick up one or two things on each other that you suggest, and you look at it, you're like, I actually like that. You know what I mean? Just getting somebody else. So these guys have posed with the other world's best bodybuilders, all sorts of coaches that we've never fucking met or heard of. They've got some ideas over the years that would have been immediate. There's someone just said, oh, try this. You see it in the mirror there and then and go, fuck, that actually looks good. I'm going to keep that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's been, the advice has been given to them over the years, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I know what you're saying. If they're winning, then why change it? But it's pretty simple of like, if you pose different and you look better, you look better. Like,
I agree.
It's immediate. You see it right there.
Yeah, that's right. It's not like I'll try this out at the show. It's like, take a photo. Oh, yep, that looks better. I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got James.
Look at Akeem, bro.
Akeem's the thickest motherfucker.
What the fuck?
He's that.
But it's
just got the most amount of muscle.
It's that conditioning as always, though.
He wins the most muscular fucking award.
What do you reckon if Sean did the Open with how he looked? How do you reckon he would have gone? Do you reckon he made it in the top 10? Or would he been call out?
You know what? They had Crizzo in the second call out.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any reason you couldn't have had Sean in that second call out.
100%.
Yeah, man. He looked fucking gnarly.
Even Kamal.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon Sean would have made second call out.
Yeah. Because who did he beat at Legion? He beat like Sergio. He beat quite a lot of the top, 10 members at Legion.
He beat Sergio and Regan.
Yeah.
Which is, it's awesome. He beat guys that are 6 foot tall and he's 5'1", and he legitimately beat them. They didn't give it to him because any other reason. He smoked them, but those guys aren't top 10, especially in this lineup.
No, not in this lineup. No way.
Who's that in the middle?
The king needs to lay off the chicken, bro. That cunt's fucking massive.
He's fucking quads, bro.
He's just standing there like this. He's got shit hanging out of him everywhere, bro. He's crazy.
Is that Patrick Johnson in the middle?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's peeled.
Because that's Charles next to him. I'm assuming that's Justin, and Antoine's next to...
Oh, yeah. James, yeah.
James.
It's crazy, like, as big as fucking James's, like, legs are, they're not standing out on this stage anymore.
No,
not conditioned enough. But I think they wanted to bring him in. He wanted to come in a lot fuller because he overdieted last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone too far the other way now. This is the thing, like, you know, like it looks fucking good in photos under the gym lights and everything, but by the time we put a bit of cortisol in, because I don't give a fuck, I'm a relaxed motherfucker backstage.
Yeah.
But you're never entirely chill.
Relax.
And you do lose some conditioning, you know.
Yeah. You're always a bit stressed out, bro, because you're fucking pedantic.
Something going on.
You got to fucking run to get your tans by 6 a.m. and then wait 3 hours for your fucking show. So you got to make sure you have some food. You got to fucking double check everything's there. And like, there's heaps of shit that's going on and you're fucking trying to stay as calm as possible. But it's, yeah, like you're always a little bit fucking stressed.
Yeah, man. There's always something going on. You always lose a touch of conditioning. So if you want to play that game, you've got to be careful, man.
Yeah.
And I don't want to know what it's like backstage at the Olympia.
Yeah. That's right. I'd be interested. But
yeah, because I was gonna say was like I was interested to hear from you guys because one thing that I noticed with this is like how is it backstage, you know, at the state shows and nationals, because I was just really surprised that such a high level show like this that it is that like I don't know if you guys saw it earlier on in that, but it was like during figure and women's physique, women's physique, and I think a bit of wellness, like they were just waiting around for getting scorecards. Bob didn't know what to do. So it's just like, what is it like at the amateur shows? Yeah. Is it really hectic backstage?
Fucking hectic, man. We're all like, especially nationals. Nationals was fucking pathetic. Like the one we did this year for season A. Like it was one big long room. And just everyone had their shit everywhere because there's no like.
Oh, because it was at Melbourne.
Yeah, nowhere to put your bags, nowhere. Like it was just one big room. So the floor was fucking covered in bags, and that whole room was everyone's just like place to sit, but also where we got our tans, and also the pump up room, and also where they lined everyone up to get on stage.
Yeah.
So I go back to the back rooms when we're in Melbourne. There's more rooms down the corridor.
Yeah. I saw that. They were fucking stacked by the time I was there. Anyway,
you got to get down to them early and pull up a spot. But it's quiet down there because there's no tanning, there's no weights, there's no nothing. So yeah, there's people in there, but everybody's just laying there and just talking like at normal volume over one another. Like it's pretty chill. Queensland backstage is super chill.
It's good. That one's good. Yeah.
There's heaps of room for fucking everybody. There's room to pose. There's room for everything. But I went down to the New South Wales show for this season, and I've never been there to that venue. You don't want to be backstage there, man.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Oh, fuck no. That's
a small venue.
The venue's really small. It's a nice venue. Like it's a nice theatre, but it's small, man. So you got people sitting in all the aisles, standing up in all the stairs. Like, so the venue's packed. But then backstage is like not really a backstage. Like it's behind the venue seating. So where the toilets are. So you just hang out back there, pull up a spot. And then when you go like, all right, go for your tan, and for the girls, go for your makeup, you go behind the stage then. And that's this tiny little thin corridor and thin set of stairs. And that's where you're meant to pump up with your bands. You got like fucking 30 dudes and 30 girls getting ready, all with bands trying to swing around in this corridor, like literally a house corridor.
Why have they not changed the location?
Like I said, the venue, the theatre itself is quite nice. Okay. So I think
like, fucking Sydney Convention Centre isn't big.
It's not.
No, like surely it fucking would be, right? Like surely they can move it to there.
Just still, my favourite stage is the plenary in Melbourne. That stage nice. Just hits.
The only thing I don't like about it is how far away the crowd is, though.
Yeah.
Because the stage is so fucking big. Like, the stage is huge, bro. So it's
stage is big. The lighting's amazing, but yeah, like, I get what you mean.
Because, even, like, my missus trying to take photos of me, the photos are fucking, looks like she fucking just stood a kilometre away, and she's only many blocks back.
I don't want to look any smaller, man. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. You couldn't tell if she's trying to take one of me or the fucking guy on the other side of the fucking stage.
Yeah. That's one thing that I think is pretty good about Zillmann Center. Like, You got the big two staircases on both sides that you can kind of sit down close if you want to get a good photo. Or you can sit about like, 6 back, 7 back, 8 back, and it's still pretty decent.
Yeah, Sleeman's good, man.
The venue's good. The theater's nice. I just want the lighting fixed. I just want to, I just want better lighting.
Yeah, lighting.
But then, like you said, when we did the qualifier, it wasn't that bad. So maybe they just go back to the original way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, try with the nationals.
But this is another thing about conditioning. I reckon, man, you look way better when you're white. Like, I know everyone says, like, I'll put tan on, you look leaner, but I reckon that's fucking bullshit. When you're actually, well, it's probably true, but until you're actually fucking dry and conditioned, when you actually look dry and conditioned, you look way, way better when you're white. Like, you look way more conditioned, way grainier when you're white, but then when you put tan on, the graininess just goes, I feel like.
Well, the evidence is there, like, as well with black guys. You see them come out, they lose that grain.
Yeah.
They don't have the grain that the paler guys have.
Who's this?
But you still need a color so that you can see under the lights. So
yeah, that's right. And then you put because I feel like you put the tan on, and then maybe it's just because it's like actual thick shit sitting on top of your skin, and we get layers and layers of it. So I'm like, maybe that's what makes you look, less like hard.
Samson got kicked out.
No, Samson's there.
Yeah, but there's no Rami Hadi that. So this must be.
Oh right, yeah, they're just
5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So Hunter did get in. He might be able to move. Yeah.
So what do you reckon? This is 6 to 10?
No, 5. This is because it was who? It was Derek, Hadi, Nick, Rami, and Brandon. See there, this is 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
So I think Samson and Hunter fighting for 6. But this is good. Now we can see Andrew next to Samson.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I've got Hunter and Bonac as the bottom two. I've got it between Andrew and Samson.
Yeah,
I'd say Samson's beating Andrew, but
especially from the back, like the hamstrings.
Even the side leg looks better on Samson. He looks more conditioned in the side leg and in the rear.
Conditioned in the lower back.
But then Andrew's just fucking ginormous.
That's interesting. So they had.
I got Samson winning this. Samson winning this lineup.
That means they had Nick over Samson.
Yeah.
Look, in person, this is the other thing too. In person,
different.
Nick probably just looks fucking disgusting. He's probably peeled inside out.
I think in person, Nick would be too hard and grainy and peeled to like.
Yeah, he'd be rock hard in person, man.
Rock hard, bro.
And that would be the thing because it was like that last year. Like everyone said via video, Hunter looked shit, but in person, Hunter looked freaky, and that's why he beat Nick.
Apparently, yeah, it depends on who you ask. So,
is he staying?
Well, he's running by himself. What's this doing?
Oh, no, they're keeping him because.
So he won that lineup.
Yeah, he won the whole show, but looks good.
Hey, Mr. Olympia.
There you go. Fuck finals.
Fuck, I just hit myself in the leg. I corked my fucking thigh. I just slapped my leg.
They obviously wanted to look at him against the other guys and went, fuck that, he does belong in the top.
Yeah.
He's a legitimate first call out, yeah.
Well, that's good to see.
Fuck yeah.
I'm Hadi all the way.
Look at Hardy.
All the way.
He's very dense, man. He's very dense. But see, people don't
Derek's holding his own next to him.
Nick don't give enough credit for how detailed Nick actually is, like through his midsection.
Yeah,
very blocky abs. And he's fixed that, like he's got a little bit more flow now compared to last year with his posing. He was way too blocky.
Yeah, his waist has come in. It's really hard, man. I feel bad for the judges.
Yeah.
Can Hardy win the show?
I reckon.
Same.
He
I
looks.
reckon he can. I reckon he can win.
He
I don't know
looks.
if he will, but I reckon he can.
They need to move. They need to swap Brandon and Rami just to compare Rami and Hadi. That's
Yeah.
gonna get the.
Yeah, we know Brandon's not winning, man. Move him out.
Look at that front double of Hardy, man.
That was yeah, that's pretty fucking whack. Man.
He is fucking full.
Yeah, Derek's legs look a lot better now, eh?
Yeah.
Way better. Tiny waist, dude. That's the smallest waist on that stage.
Oh, easily.
It's tiny.
Do you know how tall Samson is?
5'11", I think. Big.
Nah.
That's a good shot for Nick, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nick's
but
hands-
Hardy has such bubbly muscles. I will give him
Yeah.
that too.
yeah, so right.
What shot are you up to?
Backlight spread.
Yeah, right. So I'm a whole pose behind. I'm slow at everything.
You know what they need backstage, Sam, is they need a TV playing the fucking live stream or whatever. Like for us, when
That's
we're
what we did, man. That's when we competed at the Hotter. They had TVs back there.
That's cool.
It was fucking rad. But
When
that
was that?
show there, they flipped the order because they wanted the overall, the bodybuilding overall to be the end of the day. So they did all the women's categories first. And we're all backstage looking at each other going, when do we eat? Like, how much longer? How much longer? They're like, oh, bikini's on. You got another hour or whatever. And then we're all looking going, you're going to have something to eat? You're going to have something to eat? And like, Logan's like, no, I'm going to hold off. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to go now. So I started piling all these honey and rice cakes in. And then we're watching the live stream on the little TV. We were back there for an extra, 3 hours.
Would have been ages, yeah.
Yeah, we were fucking, but everybody was the same. That was when Mick Galley competed against Mick Galley. Logan won that overall.
Yeah, right.
It was, that was that show. But they had little TVs backstage at the Hotter. It was great.
That'd be good, man. Fucking just be able to watch what's going on stage, man. I literally stood at nationals. I stood at the curtain most of the time and just watched what was going on.
Yeah.
Just in the way of all the people that need to get on stage.
I don't do shit. I just lay back. I just lay on the ground and fucking sleep.
Oh, fuck. After I did juniors, man, I came back and did heavyweight. Sorry, after I did the open class, I just went straight out and sat in the crowd because I'm like, I just fucking want to watch, man.
Yeah.
You reckon this is Derek, Hadi, Brandon? Or do you reckon they're keeping Rami to the side knowing?
That's tough.
I don't know what they're doing. Like, I know Weinberger does do it sometimes, but I don't think he looks, watching the live stream, I don't think he looks so far light years ahead that they shouldn't be comparing him more.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I don't think, but that's the thing. He's definitely not at the back. Yeah, Hardy's in
They've all walked that far over the line. It's not funny. Samson's beaten Curry, man. Sorry, Samson's fifth.
Yeah. In my opinion.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I don't think Samson's beating Nick or Derek.
I think you're right. I think in person, Nick's just too detailed, man.
Yeah.
I reckon. I bet you any money there's shit just firing all over the place.
I reckon Nick's got a top three. I reckon Nick's got a top three.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that's top three: Hardy, Derek, Nick.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna say Rami, Hardy.
I just don't think you're going from Mr. Olympia to fourth. I don't think
you're not. Nah.
First or second.
It's
Rami is.
Actually, just because of how much fucking I reckon I like Hardy. I reckon I'm gonna go Hardy, Rami, Nick.
Yeah, I'll agree with that too. Derek fourth,
Samson, and then I'll go Derek, Samson, Brandon.
Yeah,
that's a pretty fucking.
I agree.
That's pretty crazy six, man.
I'm happy.
No one picked that.
Look how far forward they are, bro.
Hey, yeah, I know.
They are.
Somebody's gonna fall on a fucking judge soon.
Yeah. Most muscular, they walk right up to the line.
Here we go. I want to see this.
Yeah, nice. Nick in the middle, that's good. Oh, fuck off. Why are you putting Brandon in the middle?
I wanted to see Hardy and
They're
Nick.
just tweaking their balls, man. They're fucking.
Yeah, they're teasing them. They don't want them to know who's where.
No, they don't. They definitely don't. That's the only shit thing, Sam, about the amateur shows. It's like, especially doing the posing after the rounds, it's like, cool, we come out, we do the rounds, we know exactly who's first, second, and third, and then you piss off. And it's like, if you're, someone who's, like us, like we're placing / trying to win or in contention to win, if we know our placing as soon as we walk off, it's like sometimes it can be demotivating to do your routine if you didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I mean, I look, I hadn't won until the last show, but yeah, you're right. When I walked off, and I was still in the middle, I walked off to said, "Fuck, I've just won this."
Yeah, that's right. Because they literally put
you're right.
on the ground 1, 2, and 3, and they literally put you on that before you leave the stage.
Yeah, and like when I walked off at state show, I knew it was either they only swapped me back out because I was in the middle the whole time. They only swapped me out for like 2 or 3 more shots, and then we walked off. So I'm like, fuck, I might be able to use the routine here to sneak back in first.
Yeah.
Which obviously didn't happen because it's not worth anything. But
you always hope that they take it into consideration anyway.
You're always hoping that the routine will get taken in, but it never does.
No.
But then, yeah, you're right. So, but then I don't think about the guy who's in 3rd and 4th who's walking off going, fuck. They didn't even look at me. I was sitting outside the whole time, Yeah.
That was wild. That was really wild.
That was wild.
I'm really interested to know who's going to go where.
So you streaming it again tomorrow, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going. I'm going to me, Scotty, and the other owner, Philip. We're all going to his house to watch the finals. We're there today to watch prejudging, and then we'll go there tomorrow to watch finals.
Fuck yeah! No, I was like, I almost wasn't gonna buy it, and then I played myself. I saw it, and I'm like $69. I was like, fuck, that's so good. I clicked buy.
What did you get it for $69 for? I paid 110.
No, so I brought it, and then I looked at my card, and I'm like, my bank account, and I was like, oh fuck, that's USD, so it's 110. I was like, shit.
See.
Played myself.
I looked at it, I'm like, fuck, like $100. It seems like a lot, but then you're like, fuck, I'd buy a UFC every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They're $60 each.
Not even that.
Only once a year, so I'm like, fuck it, just pay it, you tight ass. Like, it's not like the money, it's not like it's not there.
Yeah.
You're just being a whingy cunt.
Pretty much. And it's the same thing, like, same cost. That's what it costs for us to go to season B. Like, it happens once a year.
And look, I enjoyed it. I liked obviously 212, but I liked seeing the figure girls and the physique girls, man.
I like the fitness.
I thought they looked amazing. I give those girls credit. Like, they're still pretty girls as well. Like, they haven't lost their shit like olden day bodybuilding women, They still look good, and fucking I'm old school, so I want conditioning, And they were fucking conditioned. So I didn't mind seeing it. So I actually didn't mind watching today. It's the first time I've ever sat there and watched a lot of the in the women's divisions.
It was cool.
The wellness, I find it hard because I get bikini why they want that conditioning to be a bit softer.
Yeah.
But then it's hard for me to see a wellness girl because they're pretty jacked. They're pretty built, but not in shape. Like, my brain can't figure out like their bikini conditioning, but they got a lot of fucking muscle on them. It's hard. My brain hasn't accepted it just yet.
Yeah.
Because it's a weird combination of like, because when you look at like the top, like the chick she won again, who came first, then you look like Issa, who came second, and Angela, who came third. Like, they're like softer in some areas, but then more detailed than other. It's this weird balance where I feel like bikini, it's this overall softness with a particular conditioning and gluten ham tie-in, where with wellness, it's more wishy-washy with upper and lower.
I guess it's hard when you've got that much muscle downstairs as well, like trying to balance, because they want the upper body to be not as jacked as what their lower half is. So again, it's a matter of just, I guess, being around for more years and then tweaking exactly what's going on.
It won't take long, and it'll be just like fucking men's physique. Next thing you know, they'll be peeled out of their brains and fucking huge.
That's fine by me. I love to see that. I want to see these big jack chicks just peeled.
Yeah, it will be, bro. It'll be
I
fucking,
love it.
It'll be bigger with bigger legs.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm down for that. That's awesome. That's good look.
We cool to see.
Men's physique now is just fucking bodybuilding, but in board shorts.
They're big, man. They get big.
Yeah.
Speaking of men physique, like I was wanting to ask you guys' opinion. You know the Aussie dude that's going to
Mauricio.
Yeah. He's a freak. How do you reckon? Like, I reckon he plays first call out. He's
He can go first call out in his first Olympia, bro. He's fucking retarded.
His proportions to shoulders to back.
The shoulders are literally like carved.
Drawn on.
Yeah.
Have you
seen perfectly round?
Yeah.
Have you seen him in person, Jake?
Him? No.
And so he was at the season A shows like me and Sam, obviously, because they had the pro show there afterwards, the men's physique pro show.
Yeah.
The women's bikini straight after our amateur show. And as soon as he walked out, it was like I get that he's a pro and we're amateurs, but he was bigger than the super heavyweight amateurs. Like it was like, man, we're meant to be bodybuilders and this guy's a men's physique and he just embarrasses us, bro.
Do you know what's crazy about that? He won his pro card the year before.
Yeah, he's fucking monstrous. His arms and shoulders are just stupid. Even sitting there, like, it's just the density from chest to back that isn't there because it doesn't need to be. That's the only difference between him and a fucking open bodybuilder.
Yeah,
like
it's the thickness.
His arms and shoulders. Like, you might as well be fucking. You whack those arms and shoulders on any open bodybuilder and they'll do well.
Yeah.
Well, look, Viet. You know Viet.
Yeah, Viet. Yeah.
And he's got a good physique. He's a big guy, and he's like, man, when I stood next to that gun.
No, Viet's massive, bro. And like in person, he's big fucking arms. And even when I saw him the first time, I was like, fuck, this guy's big, like this big men's physique guy. And then he jumps on next to Fabrizio, and it's like, shit, like you don't realize how big Fabrizio is, man. He's fucking big.
Look, Fabrizio's got a real fucking shot at at top 10 or top 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, his physique is legit. Physique is
no
legit. And he's got the look, like, you got to, whether you want to admit it or not, you want to go in physique, you got to be good looking as well.
Yeah, he's got the look.
Like we can get up with fucking busted heads in bodybuilding, doesn't matter. We're good to go.
We're pretty boy.
Yeah, like we can be a bit fucking rugged, and that it kind of adds to the look, but that's kind of what is part of the charm of bodybuilding as well, is having the sort of rugged look head to toe. But the physique look, part of it is the more like
more appealing,
more good looking look,
it's exciting, like having him and then having Alexandra doing bikini, having two Australian, and she's looking crazy too. So I'm interested to see where she'll stack up in her, first Olympia show. But it's exciting because it makes me think going into next year, hopefully Aaron's wanting to, make it back into competing. So he might make it back to Olympia. Josh is Leonardo Wicks is wanting to compete again. So we could even have more categories at the Olympia next year, which will be good. I think it's good.
Well, Aaron's been putting up some cryptic stories.
Yeah.
With his shopping and stuff, the old bodybuilding shop and that. So look, he the muscle memory's there. So give him 12 months.
Oh, it won't take long. Yeah, no. It's same with Sam, like Pierce, like he he's had that surgery and whatnot, and he had to get that sorted out. But like I've been around him for years, man, and like no one can fucking manipulate their body like he can. Like it's fucking insane, man. He'll regularly be like, so he's lost a lot of weight, obviously, because he can barely eat it. He's not eating carbs. He can't eat carbs at the moment, so he eats like fucking steak, butter, and carrots. It's like all he can eat, man. But like knowing him, as soon as he wants to and he's got the green light, he'll be like, yeah, right, I'll take a little bit of stuff and I'll put the food back up, and he'll go up 10, 15 kilos in fucking just over a month.
Is he going to do
It's
classic?
ridiculous. Pardon?
Is he going to do classic?
What?
Like, what's his cutoff for his height?
No.
Nah?
He's just fucking, yeah, no, he's just being a cockhead. It's not the,
Because he does actually have a classic shape, though.
Yeah.
he looks great, and but it's
Pull
like,
it off,
but
but
he
it's
has
just
a
a matter
classic
of weight.
well, I was talking about this, like he has such good shape because he's so big, and when he's so big, it's his shoulders and lats are so wide. Like he's got really wide lats, so like, and that's what makes him look like his waist looks so small. If he downsizes, he's going to look more blocky.
Yeah, right.
That makes
sense. His shape's fucking mental. It always
but his shape's unreal, man. And when
what it's made me think is that this could somewhat be a benefit to him, what's happened and him having to downsize the way he has, because he's got that muscle memory and he can regrow, he may be able to, it may be more beneficial to his physique in the regrowth, because he can keep certain areas like that waist even smaller, like looking at photos of Tim, and Tim cut him down and his physique's he looks not as big, but he looks more impressive now than he did when he was at his biggest. Like Tim McKinnon.
His waist has always been fucking tight, man. Like I've seen him at his best, and he can easily sit at like 135 kilos with fucking probably like 8 weeks out condition and like nice small waist. Like he's like, and he's just like obviously had so much stuff going on with the gym and then everything, but like he's like, I think he's very, very, very underrated for how good he can actually be. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see him back on that pro stage, because the 2019 show, it was good. The last Arnold that we had.
He's gonna be a lot heavier if he a lot bigger, I should say, if he does another show. Like, and he was fucking good in that show, and like if he does another one, yeah, he'll be huge, man.
Exciting. Hopefully we get some good things happening next year. I especially really enjoyed seeing so many of our athletes also competing overseas this year. Then, so are you planning on doing any overseas soon shows, maybe?
Myself?
Yeah.
I haven't planned on it, but like I've always wanted to do like an amateur Olympia, man.
Yeah.
I'm sort of holding off. I want to see how well I do this season, but I also haven't given myself enough time to do a good fucking off season, like and being with like new coach and stuff now, I want to see how big and strong I can actually fucking get with a good 12 months of growing. So like after this season, this will be the first time I actually take 18 months to compete again, because I've always just prepped every year.
Yeah, every year, yeah.
So like even when we didn't compete in 2021, I still prepped. So I only had fucking same thing, like a year's worth of growth before I not even before we started like bringing it down again. So I'd actually like to take some time away, considering like at the spot I am now, like I can make some pretty significant improvements taking like that time away. I don't think I'm small enough where I need to take a very prolonged growth phase, but I just need that extra little push where I don't have to, because after you do a show, right, you spend 2 months like in a shit place. You spend 2 months too lean to like grow properly, but you can't put food up because you'll just fucking feel like shit and blow out and fuck your insulin sensitivity too much. So you got to do like a health phase for 8 weeks, and then you can do a growth for like 6 months or something, and then you have to come right back down and do another maintenance / holding phase before 5 months fucking prep.
Yeah.
So it's like not really you're getting like 6 months really of actual fucking growth phase. So I'd like to take a little bit of time after this one to just 12 months of actual growth before I start another prep, and then at that time is when I'll consider doing an amateur, like an amateur Olympia, like maybe like Japan one something, because they're fucking. I was been at that one for years. That would be fucking really cool. Like because that one's also just after the season B shows. It's like a
so
few
you can
weeks
just
after.
pop over.
Yeah, especially if I feel like I'm at a place where I'm going to be able to stand with those guys on stage. Like at the moment, as much as I'm like impressed with how I'm doing stuff, I'm still too small. Like I'm still way
That's what I was
undersized.
that's what I just kind of say is like you are such a tall person that you can take ages to really fill out your frame, and you definitely have quality size, and you are doing well. But like you're saying, that extra 12 months can really do magics and help you like take that extra leap in getting that size.
Yeah, I'm just too small, man. I'm just not like I just don't have the maturity and the size yet. Like, ideally at my height, I'm probably gonna have to be around probably maybe one like I'd say 105 to 108 on stage is going to be like the best look for a pro card in my opinion. Which that's what I'll be looking at hitting in 2024. That's probably the way I'm going to look at being on stage. It'll be around that sort of 105 to 108 on stage. But that'll be like a good contention for it. But as a fucking pro, I'm gonna have to be like 120 plus, 125, 125 on stage, something like that, So it's just gonna fucking take time. Just too fucking small at the moment to worry about doing an amateur Olympia. Be a lot of money to go over and do some of that to just probably look just a little bit undersized and out of place, probably, I'd say.
When you're spending that type of money, you want to, make sure it is the right investment.
Yeah, like, and even like, I don't expect to go over and like fucking clear it out and fucking take a pro card. But it's like, if I'm gonna
give it a shot
go over, I don't want to be fucking like.
You want to be in the conversation.
Yeah, that's right. You want to be in the conversation. Yeah.
What about you, Sam? Any plans, talks with Logan about maybe an international show next couple of years? What do you think?
He said, which I agree, because I've said it as well. Like he said, the amateur would be cool.
Yeah.
But what we'll do is we'll do this season, and I mean, if Stan makes under 90 and everything like that, we've got our fucking hands full just trying to even, you know what I mean, win a national. Trying to win a national again is going to be tough. What's his name? There's another fella from New South Wales. Oh, fucking forget. He's another under 90 guy. Same thing, scrapes in and he's shorter as well. So let's worry about just trying to fucking win our own first. And then say you're super close. Say you do happen to get in the overall again and you're super close. Yeah, maybe we can just sort of, I think it's Japan. That's not long after our season.
Right. That's what I was just saying. Yeah, it's a few weeks after nationals. Yeah.
You could go over and just have a crack and just see how you go. Otherwise, shut it down and say you're close, but not close enough. Then maybe going from season A to then season B, doing the Olympia is enough just to maybe put on another kilo or two, and then go over and be competitive in the under 90, because over there in the overall, the top 3 win their pro cards.
Yeah, that's right.
So it usually goes to the supers, the heavies, and the light heavies. So, in most cases, so if you could go over there and win the under 90s, win the light heavy, then potentially. So we'll just go. I'm also not in a rush, because every year that it takes me to eventually one day turn pro is another year I'm getting 2 kilos heavier every year. So
you've had a good progression.
If it takes me to 2024 or 2025 and you finally win it, but you're on stage at 88 kilos, well, fucking sweet. We'll just roll straight into a pro show next week and have a crack.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's like fucking Hunter says it as well, man. He's like, you want to build a pro physique, not get a pro card.
Yeah.
Once you have a pro physique, the card will just happen, and then you can actually be fucking pro.
Where if I was to win it now and I'm 83 on stage, I've got to take 2 years fucking off anyway.
Exactly.
But if it takes me another 2 years or 3 years to win it here, well then, now you've got a pro-worthy physique. Maybe you don't go and win a show. That's fine. But you don't go up there and get embarrassed either.
Yeah, I think that's important. Like, a lot of people do forget that. They just want that card, and it's like, well, your physique's not pro level. You are starting again.
That's right, man.
For different things, but bodybuilding's, you got to be big. I don't give a fuck what you say.
You do, man. Yeah, that's right. Like, I'm so excited to get a fucking pro card, and it's like, yeah, you want that time to come. Like, it'd be fucking amazing. But at the same time, like, if I got given a pro card in season A, I'd be like, I'd feel shit about it because I'd feel like I don't deserve it.
Yeah,
I'd
and
be like,
you can't do anything straight away. That's the thing, like you're
Yeah.
saying.
saw me, and you're like, yeah, I'm a professional bodybuilder. They'd be like, oh, like he's big, but really?
Yeah.
Look, and
So,
it's hard, like, and that's what's happened with Logan in his whole career. Like, he won his pro card because he was clearly the best, and at his size, he was winning Aussies left, right, and center.
yes,
But
yeah,
now you're a pro. It's like if he could go down to 96 and be 212, but he's kind of too tall. So standing next to some of these other guys, he might not have all that pop that he's used to having. But then if you want to be in the conversation as an open bodybuilder, he's got to put on another 6-8 kilos, which is another few years of pushing everything, pushing food, pushing a lifestyle. And he's like, man, I'm stuck right in the middle. What do I do? So the good thing is now that Masters are back, he wants to do a Masters, I think. So
yeah, right. He's not planning on doing like an open pro show or anything.
not sure. Like, he doesn't like, his physique's good enough. It's just he's in the middle of sizes. That's all.
That's the hardest thing when you're
Yeah.
smack bang in the middle. Like you're like, I could cut down, but then it's gonna be hard, or I'm too tall, or do I keep growing? But like you're saying, that's more time, more food, more everything.
It's more everything. And now with Echo, they got their baby
Yeah.
and stuff like that. He's got to then submerge back into the full lifestyle for another 2 years of growing, get
When you
himself
have a
up to, say,
baby,
107, 108, 109 lean, and then be competitive to then fly all the way to America. No one's ever heard of you, and you still get back in the pack anyway.
yeah,
Like, so it's tough. But that's the thing with the Masters. I think he's really considering that and thinking about it. So that's cool.
I think it would be nice because if you win a pro card, you might as well, it would feel like a shame to not at least do one pro show. So if he can do the Masters, it would be like a good idea.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's not like his physique's
No,
not
he's
good
got a
enough
good
to match
physique.
up. Yeah, like he's with just his legs and back alone, he can match up with the guys. It's just a size disparity. But I think the Masters is a good move. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And if we could get a pro show back here in Australia,
That'd be amazing.
if Tony makes that happen, well, then we've got a lot of pros here that they're all quite comparable size wise with each other. That'd be a fun good show. I'd like to watch that.
That's like, I'm excited. Hopefully, Nathan Williamson said he might be doing New York Pro next year, so that'd be good to see. He's got crazy shape. So I'd love to, like you're saying, see him, see Sam, see them all stand next to each other, see Logan. It'd just be a good show for us Aussies anyway.
Well, I was chatting to Nathan down at one gym, 2 weeks ago or whatever, and that's what he told me he's going to do.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Fucking
exciting.
That's like going off what you're saying before, Jake, about like potentially seeing some more Aussies in the Olympia and stuff. Like Cal's trying to qualify 2023 as well.
I see that happening.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Well, I said plenty. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Cal actually qualifies next year. Like, I think he's lining up a few shows. Yeah.
Did you train with him when he got back? How was that?
Yeah, I've trained with him. I trained with him Wednesday, and then I saw him again today. I brought him over to Riggs actually, so he was keen to check it out. But yeah, man, it was good. It was good training with him, seeing him again. He's very, very large.
Yeah, because you hadn't seen him that size, because a lot of that was done in Melbourne, that growth.
Yeah, that's right, man. So he's bigger than
he blew up overnight, man.
Yeah.
He's basically bigger than every amateur like open bodybuilder. So that's embarrassing to be a bodybuilder now, but anyway, like and he's ridiculously strong, man, and it was good training with him and like, stuff like that, and just talking about his plans, like he's I think he says he's looking at New York and Toronto, something
like
else.
Even if you can do shows that are like earlier in the year and like 2 weeks apart or something, get a bit of travel in. If you get a show, get the qualification or even the points, like he's got the physique.
Yeah. He's gonna try and like confirm it with Jansen soon, he said, and then start prep early next year, and then they'll just decide on a show. But he's keen on New York, but he said that he's like, it could be more beneficial doing something like Toronto or something first. Or sorry, not Toronto first, because I think that's after, but a smaller one first to build,
just to feel it out.
a bit better, just to get your name out there, because like you can be really, really good, but New York's so big, you might get lost in the crowd a little bit.
Well, that's the thing. And from what I heard is the dude who won it this year, Neil Curry, he wants to do New York again next year. And
Yeah, and like Neil's fucking huge name, bro. So he's like, top
Yeah.
of fucking Olympia, like, like that
But
could be.
you know what? It would be an interesting matchup because they both have no waist. Literally.
Yeah,
So
literally.
it could be a good way to get
Yeah,
more
but
height for outcomes.
Neil gets that fucking inside out.
Yeah, he's peeled, bro.
He's literally just got nothing left. He's fucking just muscle. He dies his fucking skin off that cunt.
Yeah, I heard he was trying to they were worried he wasn't gonna make the cut
See,
and
they
so they were
stretched
trying
him
to
out.
stretch him out. Yeah, so I guess it worked because I think
Apparently, but until
Ramon
you
had to do the
stand
same
on and get
thing.
measured, who knows?
Yeah, Ramon had to do the same thing, man. He was too heavy. But man, that was the thing. Like, same thing happened to so many people at this year's shows that we did, Sam, because I don't know why they heighted everyone. Like they heighted the bodybuilders as well, just because they said they wanted to. But just about everyone got heighted an inch shorter than what they thought they were. So everyone
Every single person was 2 to 3 centimeters shorter than what they've been their whole life.
yeah, that's right.
Everyone.
That's
weird.
So everyone. Like, I've always been 6'1". I've always been 6'1", and I was 6, and then that was a real problem for the fucking classic guys, man. Like especially Nick. Do you know Nick Weir, Jake? No, you probably don't. He's up this way. He did classic in season A with us. He's a great competitor, like big enough to stand on a pro stage already.
Yeah.
But yeah, good friend of mine, and he's like 6'2" or something. And his weight cap was like 103 or something, and it was fine. He was like just under that, and then he got heighted at an inch shorter, and he had to drop to like fucking 98 or 99 or something, and then all we did, like, he had to stretch for like fucking hours, and then like he weighed in like 2 minutes before they closed. Sorry, he heighted again 2 minutes before fucking check-ins closed, and he just made it.
That's fucked.
I got heighted in at the Arnold's, and I was fucking 163 centimeters.
That's so short.
They took 2 centimeters off me, the dogs. I'm like, no, we can't.
No way.
I ain't got 2 centimeters to give, man.
Yeah.
There's no way you're 6 foot, Chad. I'm 6 foot. I'm 183 centimeters. And I stood next to you. You're definitely taller than me.
No, I'm only 183 as well, man. I swear.
What?
Yeah, I'm 183. I was always 183. I got heighted at 181.
No way.
Yeah, dead set, bro. Why
do they? That's such a weird thing. I wonder if they hired the bodybuilders in season B.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but I don't know why the fuck they did that. But anyway, it was it was whatever, fucking. But
I didn't get heighted in season A.
Yeah, I did. I don't know why. They just told me to fucking do it, and I was like,
actually, we were there together, weren't we?
Yeah,
no, I went with Ken. No,
yeah. But I was like, I think I saw you there, but yeah, I was like,
yeah, we trained. That's right.
Yeah. I was like, I'll just fucking jump in classic then, eh? Since you're gonna fucking
give it a go.
I was gonna do masters then, because we're like, the more I pump up, the better I get.
Yeah.
And so like Logan was like, fuck it, just do masters and fuck it. We'll just use it as a pump up. Then for 90s, you're just full as a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I went up, I'm like, how much to register for an extra division? They're like 250. I just went, under 90s.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Like, I'm not paying $250 for a medal.
Pump up.
No way.
A medal and a pump up. I'll be pumped. So anyway, I'll be good to go. Fucking hell. And then anyway, big Harry Vlahos, the walking fucking house, did masters anyway. So I probably wouldn't have got the win. Maybe. Who knows? He's a big motherfucker.
Who is it?
Harry Vlahos.
He
wins every Masters show. He's just ginormous.
Who's his coach? Is it
Logan?
Logan? That's what I'm
I don't know. Silverback gorilla. I don't know.
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, the thing is, like, he's a master. He's lost the midsection and that, but he's like 115 kilos.
I think I know who you're talking about. He's just really, really, really big. Like, really
ginormous.
I think I know who you're talking about.
So, like, maybe you can beat. I don't know if I could beat. I'm not sure, but I'm not paying $250 for a fucking silver.
Nah, no way.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I like like posing as a pump up, I reckon it works way better. Like I felt way better going into the opens after doing juniors this year.
Yeah.
Like what it was way better. And the results showed that as well. Like I just like actually placing in opens was fucking way better.
Well, some people need to manage their pump up because they flatten out.
Yeah.
You know, and so everyone's so, but not for me. Like I store carbs deep down in my feet or something. And if I just keep going and keep going, I'll just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It doesn't
Not
stop.
me, right. I have to be very careful. Both shows I haven't done any pump up really. Like I've literally got the bands and I'm like, do like 10 of these and I'm like, yeah, that'll be enough.
That'll do. I'm done.
If I pump up like for more than fucking 10, 15 minutes, I lose all my lines. Like I just get I get too full. Like I get very pumped very easily, and then all my fullness is all my lines detail are gone.
Yeah.
I just got sausage arms, fucking sausage legs, and they're gone. And then and also I go flat super quick as well. It's like I'll lose a pump like 10 minutes after I got it.
So that's why
Right.
that posing helps because you're just getting harder the longer you pose.
I'm just posing like in the pump up room. I'm usually just posing in the mirror, and that's what like actually makes me feel like good connection to the muscle and fills out a little bit. I do a little bit of shoulder stuff because like you can't really fuck up with doing shoulders. But that's about it. I don't do any arms at all. Like
You warm up like a figure girl.
Yeah, man. Yeah. 100%. I mean, I'd like to do a bit of back stuff if they had like a lat pull down or something there, but they just don't.
Yeah.
They had a cable machine there, but I was backstage standing on it because if you pulled on the cables, you nearly pulled the whole rig over. So I was standing on it for people.
Man, I don't know why they don't have a sponsor of like gym/fitness equipment that brings that shit to the show.
You don't need much, yeah.
No, fuck no. You need one pissant little cable system. That's heaps. That's one with a fucking a pull down, and then like a seat for a lat pull down and a seat for maybe just a seated cable row, and like that. People would just move shit around and make shit up with all that.
And the thing is, the backstage of Queensland is a big enough area to have two cable machines that are just adjustable. The two adjustable cable machines. Yeah, that's enough for everyone with some bands and some dumbbells and the barbells like they've got.
Well, if anyone's listening, here's an idea. Reach out to Tony for season A and suggest bringing some gym equipment for the pump up area.
I should get Scotty to fucking talk to
Tony.
Bring something.
I'm sure all the athletes would appreciate that.
They would, yeah. Well, you got the lolly bar there. So you got lollies there. You can fucking get a bit of weights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking the lolly bar that they have at the Queensland is fucking hectic, man. It's heaps. Like, it wasn't even as much at Nationals. Like Nationals, like a little table full of shit, and they have like 2 fold-out tables at Queensland. It's like beautifully laid out. Like so much shit, man. Fridge full of Red Bulls and stuff, and like just go hard, man.
I remember what was it was must have been season B 2019. Back there they had the lolly table set up. You know where that new gym is backstage?
Nah.
Yeah, well, where we were backstage, we did like you weren't there. So backstage now, you know how it was under construction for season A when we were there?
Oh, yeah.
They built a whole fucking gym back there, like a proper gym. So it's still closed off, but that was where that was our pump up and tanning room and everything in the past. And you had all the tables set up. And then one time they had all these donuts, individually boxed donuts. There were fat cunts there running up with like 4 or 5 donuts in their arms, shoving them in their bags while they're eating one. And that it's like, fuck, man. And then like you're like, no, I'm not going to look at them. And then by the time you get off stage, donuts are gone.
They're all gone.
Like everybody's gone. Like the cunts' bags are full of them.
They went hard in 2020 as well. For the Arnold qualifier. They had heaps of like, baked shit like that. They're like donuts, cupcakes. They had a full cake, bro, like a mud cake just sitting there. Like, who's eating this, bro? Like, fuck that, bro. I can't touch any of that shit, eh? I feel fucking gross. The only thing that I use off that table was they had the Powerade powder, just like in a tub, and I was dry scooping that.
See, I've never touched the table. What works for me is I use those white choc macadamia cookies from Woolworths.
Yeah.
I use them this for nationals, bro.
Yeah, really.
That's the secret sauce.
That's
Just fucking
secret?
cut that bit out.
Oh, yeah.
Cut that bit out.
I think Jaiden can use it.
White choc macadamia cookies, man. I was fucking good to go. That was like a fresh shot of D-bowl straight in.
That's funny.
I just double dropped a couple of D-bowls.
Yeah, no, I was fucking. Yeah, I was like, after juniors, I was like, Slin and dry scooping Powerade powder. That was
Oh, that was actually, I used Slin once. That was at the Hotter. When was that? Season A 2019. And I just asked somebody, he's like, look, like 2 IU and just have like a bottle of maple syrup, like handy.
Oh.
And we went through it. So I'm like, yeah, all right, I've got all this. I'm eating my rice cakes to it and everything. Put the 2 IU of insulin in, drank about a quarter of a bottle of maple syrup. And like, because I wasn't in shape. Like, I was pretty lean, but not in shape. So I'm like, we're going to be full. Just fucking be full.
Yeah,
and I started pumping up backstage and just, it just, like a puffer fish. And like, Logan wasn't coaching me then. Logan walks past backstage to help out one of his guys. He just stops. He goes, well, you're full. That was it.
Got the job.
Went out on stage, stole this third because that was under 80.
Just by being so round.
By being the roundest, shortest cunt on stage. So they like, give him third. And then Dean McKillop doesn't even follow me to this day. He just messages out the blue. He goes, you're the biggest under 80 I've ever fucking seen.
That's so good.
It was fucking gold. Like, so just this fat maple syrup up fucking fat kid just walks out, just chock full of Slin. And oh look, it works. We played it. Look, I'm not shredded.
That's a story.
Yeah, man, that's fucking great. That's unbelievable. Yeah.
That's a great story.
I don't know if I'll use it this time. We sort of just Hail Married it this year because I was like, I was still doing juniors, so I was like, that's what I kind of wanted to focus on. Then I was like, I didn't think I had a shot in the opens at all, so I was like, I'll just take some and see if I can come in fuller. But I didn't actually realize that I was like competitive size wise with those guys. I thought I was a lot smaller. But then when I actually saw the photos, I was like, oh, I'm actually up there with them.
It's weird how that works.
Yeah, I didn't think so at all, man. Like, I thought I was way behind because I was looking at like even like you and the other guys and stuff. I was like, fuck no, I'm not that big. But then when I stood up there with them, I was like, oh shit, I'm actually like the same as everyone. Which so I don't know if again, like we've got an American coach now, so I don't know if like what they're going to be like. You know, he's a pro coach. He's done it all. He's been there, so I know that. Those guys like to bring, like American guys like to bring their competitors in nice and full, you know. So
they do push the limit of fullness.
So I was like, I'll be interested to see what he tries. But I did chat to him about Slin this early in prep because, like, you know, I just said before, like food's still really high. We just hit the gas with everything again, and I was like, hey man, like, what do you want me to do with Slin? And he was like, oh, I'm not really concerned with it. Just fucking 2 days a week on your weak body parts. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. So I was like, yeah, I don't really know what his whole thing is, like what it's going to be like, because we were using it every day in season.
It's going to be interesting. Like I'm definitely really keen to see how Justin, like, you know, brings you in, because it's going to be a really different presentation compared to the year before. And especially now that, you know, you do kind of fit within that, whatever weight gap you're going to kind of end in, you're going to be competitive. So it's going to be really interesting how everything kind of translates when you step on stage.
Yeah, I'd say like I'm going to be pretty competitive this year, especially if I do make it in heavyweights. Super heavyweights, it's just going to depend on who's there. Like, I'll look good, but, you know, they're never going to pick fucking me over Halusi if I have to stand next to him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they won't look at me and be like, fuck, he shouldn't be there. I'll still look like I should be there, but yeah, I'm very keen to see. I think this is going to be, like, by far, I think this is going to blow last year's package out of the water as well, because I think I know, and that's purely just from experience. Like I just know where I went wrong. I know that I over dieted. When I get a lot leaner, so like someone like myself who gets a lot leaner when I actually feed up, I shouldn't have kept pushing the food lower. Like when I was so peeled already, and I was a bit flat, and then we're like, yeah, less carbs, and it just didn't really work the same. Like we kept driving carbs lower, but I wasn't getting any leaner because I was so fucking peeled already. I didn't need to. Like I was dry
You
as
just flatten out more.
yeah, that's right. I was dry and I was full and round, and I looked great at like 3 weeks out was like my favorite look. Dry as and yeah, peeled but still round and full, and I was on I was still on a couple 100 grams of carbs. So that was fine. I didn't need to push it. I was on like 250 grams of carbs still. I didn't need to push it down to like 100, which is what I did between the two shows, and it was just too low. You could see myself like after Queensland's, I just sucked right in, and I lost a lot of like size between the shows. Like yeah, I dropped. Man, well, it's like I said before, I dropped fucking 3 kilos from the start of prep to the end, and I dropped another 2 in that 1 week between the shows. So it's like
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so I should
Just
like
holding that good
Body just ran away from you.
yeah. So just a bit too hard of a push. And also this time without diuretics is going to make a massive difference. I'm not using them this time at all. That's the thing that took me from looking so full and so dry to looking just flat and soft.
Yeah.
Like you've got to manage your water and your food.
Have a crazy, fucking horrible effect on me, man. Like I couldn't do it. Like Luke's all right. Luke can tolerate fucking a lot of stuff, and he was holding a little bit of water before the shows, and then he had like a whole diuretic before nationals, and he wasn't flat at all. Like he looks fine. It worked fine for him. He could have been a bit better, but it worked fine for him. But for me, it just fucking diuretics make me so soft. Like yeah.
But at least you've had that.
I only used the third.
What'd you say?
You go.
I only used the third for these shows.
Man, I took a half for Queensland's, and I was still a little bit flat, and I was like, I had like, I didn't have enough food, but I had like a few 100 grams of carbs that night, and then half a diuretic with that, and I woke up flat, and I was like, I was happy with how it looked because I was like, yeah, I'm crispy, but I just wasn't
that fullness.
I could have been even better. Yeah, I could have been even better. I still wasn't quite full enough. And when I'm fuller, I'm way leaner. So, I still could have been better. But then at nationals, I was a bit worried, and I had a whole diuretic, and it just fucking sent me.
At least you've done it now. You know it doesn't work, so you know what you can prepare. Like
that's right. Yeah, that's right. But the benefit is like I also had fats the night before nationals, and fats just absolutely ruined me. But that's what the plan was. So we rolled with it. We tried something, didn't work at all. But the good thing is I actually chatted to Justin. I said that like, hey man, because he had my fats quite high this off season, like higher than I've ever had them before. And I said to him like, hey man, I've just noticed with myself in prep, like whenever I have fats, I get watery. It's really weird. Don't know why, but body just doesn't respond well when I'm actually like lean. And then I also said like I don't want to use diuretics this show. They just don't work well for me. I was like, I want to stay away from it if we don't have to, because I shouldn't have to, because I know how conditioned I can get anyway. And he was like, and he was on the same page already. He was like, yeah, man, when I was competing, I was the exact same. Like fats make me watery. Don't know why. He's like, I lower the fats all through prep. And then I don't use diuretics unless it's absolutely necessary.
It's
so
good.
I was like,
good on the same page.
Yeah, on the same page early. So that's that's really good.
Awesome. Well, I thought one fun question to wrap things up.
I was going to say, we got any questions?
I got a fun. I had stuff prepared just in case we didn't get the Olympia prejudging in, but I'll ask one quick fun question and then we can do the other stuff next week. So if you were stuck on an island and you had to survive for 30 days, what 3 things would you take to help you survive those 30 days?
Fuck.
It's a hard one.
All right, so I need something to hunt. So I need a knife.
Yeah.
My girlfriend said she can build a house. It was fucking.
She knows more construction than you.
Yeah, 100%. She'll start the house.
Like that.
Yeah.
I want a knife, a flint.
Flint.
Yeah, I'm making fire. Raw fish.
Sam's on it. Sam's on it. He's ready to be a hunter.
Yeah, bro. Bare fucking grills. I'm fucking.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Wait, where's the island?
It's just some like deserted island. Like there's just you can't escape. You get dropped in from a helicopter. A helicopter drops you in. You get 3 things to take with you out of the helicopter, and then the helicopter will come back in 30 days, and hopefully you've survived.
I'll take the helicopter.
I know what region of the world, so I know what fish are there. Oh no, the type of fish in the area.
Oh, for fuck's sake! You're making sushi.
Yeah. Take a whole ton of sushi roll seaweed, so you can cut the fish up and put them in the sea.
Yeah, all right. Knife,
flint.
I say flint and snorkel.
Snorkel, yeah.
I reckon snorkel. Yeah, I reckon knife or knife. Girlfriend to build a house, and some type of device that will make the salt water fresh,
like a filter, some portable filter.
Yep. So I can.
You know, you dig a hole, and then you get the plastic on top with the rock and shit. You capture that shit. Drink your piss. Bear Grylls does it all the time.
Where are you getting the plastic from?
That was the knife and the helicopter.
You got a fucking snorkel. You're gonna.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I don't know. Like I reckon
sheet of plastic. Then.
Fuck the snorkel. A sheet of plastic.
30 days.
Yes, 30 days.
30 days. Don't need anything.
You survive on nothing. 30 days.
30
just
days.
bring your missus then. Just go. Look, just 30 days.
It's a fucking holiday, really. I was missus will have a fucking holiday on the beach for 30 days. Piece of piss.
Is there fruit growing on this island?
Yeah, there's wildlife, there's animals. So I was thinking like, a machete.
Yeah, machete, girlfriend, esky full of rice, and it's 30 days. I've got all the things I need.
You reckon one esky of rice is enough for 30 days for both of you? You got to feed your girlfriend now.
No,
fruit and fish. I'm coming back and
you can have the fruit from the trees. Get her the fruit.
I'll just be on fruit and fish. Come back shredded. I'll jump on stage.
Get ready to
30 days. 30-day prep. Oh, fucking, what's his name? What's that fucking idiot? Oh,
I will never. I have a funny story about that. I know who you're talking about. Yo, I remember this. And he versed Tim McKinnon in the over 100s. He versed Tim, and he comes on stage, and he came second. He was not peeled, nothing. And what did he say? Whether it was post show or over Instagram, we go, oh yeah, he's like on Instagram. He's like, just stepped on stage straight off the beach. It came second place. He's the vegan dude. Oh, what's his name? He's a really nice guy. But fuck, I can't think of his name. He used to train at Burley all the time, and then I remember seeing him surface. I haven't seen anything of him lately.
What, did he not do a prep?
No, he just jumped on stage. Like he's like decently big, but like
he's just leanish.
Was not shredded at all. So it was this joke of that. He literally was like, I just jumped off the beach and stepped on stage, and I got second place. It was just, and he like Tim shit on him.
How did he get second? Was it him?
Because it was just him and Tim.
Oi, I got second in my first junior show.
Was it only two of us?
Fucking two of us. I'm second best in South Australia.
Oh, I'll never forget that.
Too.
Oh fuck! No, I was thinking, Dr. Tony Huge.
Oh yeah.
Fuck with his protocol. I go on a deserted island for 30 days, come back shredded. I just pulled a huge.
Yeah, all good.
That's the key. That's the key to a successful prep. Drop me on an
island. That's what I need to take with me. I need to take 2 bottles of Test D, 4 bottles of Trent.
And then a knife to
And a
hunt
knife.
the fish.
And a knife to eat fish.
Yeah,
And I'll just be fish and fruit.
To test, train, and knife.
You're done.
Boom. Fish,
That's the combination.
done. Thin skin and shit.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's the best answer.
I'll do it.
You can't make a fire anymore to cook the fish because you gave up the flint for Trent. So now you
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Well, you can
Yeah,
sticks. You can do the old school way, rub the sticks together, get a fire going.
give it a
We
whirl.
got full fucking. Oh, who's the cunt who just got found out not to be natty as well? What's his name?
Liver King.
Yeah, we go full Liver King.
Oh, that's
Full
it.
Liver King.
Oh my god, I'd bring test, I'd bring a knife, and I'd bring Liver King. Liver King can do everything. I give him the
I'd
knife.
bring Liver King.
I'll bring the Liver King.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he'll do
the
anything.
way.
Your ways.
Yeah, he's
I'm
primal.
impressed.
He'll teach us the primal ways, and he'll get all our food.
That's the success. So Jaiden's gonna bring his girlfriend, Liver King, and his girlfriend's gonna build the house. Liver King's gonna hunt everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going knife test Trent and
Nice.
and then jumping back on stage 6 days after I get back. Just enough time to shave and wash my balls.
Go back to back first places.
Fuck's sake.
Because I stink like fuck, man. I want those little trunks on around the junk. It's 30 days on an island, man.
But someone might like that though. You could sell them on. You know, people buy people's panties all the time.
Yeah, well, that's fine, making money, but I don't want to step on stage like that. The judges are mostly women these days. You got
yeah, that's true. That's true. You got to impress them. Got to be clean. Got to stay
You
clean.
don't need stink lines and flies hanging around on stage, man. That's indoor venue. That's bad. That's bad news.
That's funny. That was a good question. That was good. That was fucking classic. We'll do that then. Easy.